The Second Avenue subway is a bold step forward for New York City's transit system, designed to relieve congestion on the east side and modernize our modern infrastructure. But as we look into its future, there's a unique opportunity to extend the line into Brooklyn, smarter, faster, and with historical connections that bring old infrastructure back to life. Right now, the Second Avenue subway runs from 96th Street to 63rd Street, with plans to extend north to 125th Street and south to Hanover Square in Lower Manhattan. But instead of stopping there, what if we could cross the East River and connect to Brooklyn in a way that builds on the city's history? Here's the vision. After Hanover Square, the line could curve under the East River to connect with the Court Street station, a currently unused transit hub that is home to the New York City Transit Museum today. This station, originally part of the IND system, is perfectly positioned to serve as a key link between Brooklyn and Manhattan's East. Hello there, I'm back to tell you something. So my dumbass completely forgot to tell you what stations would be running. So the total run between Hanover Square and the final stop would be via Fulton Street Local, curving onto Utica Avenue after the Utica Avenue station on the AC. So it would stop with the AC at Utica Avenue and then curve down south on Utica Avenue. The stations would be Hanover Square, Hoyt-Schermerhorn, Lafayette Avenue, Clinton Washington Avenues, Franklin Avenue, Nostrand Avenue, Kingston Throop Avenues, and Utica Avenue. From Utica Avenue, the line would branch off and stop at Bergen Street, Empire Boulevard, Linden Boulevard Church Avenues, Beverly Road, Kings Highway, Flatlands Avenue, Avenue N, Kings Plaza, and finally Floyd Bennett Field. Hello there, it is a lower opacity me, probably, if I know how to edit this. But I just want to say, the length of time for this train between 125th and Floyd Bennett Field would be 46 minutes, the length would be 21 miles, and there would be 29 stations. The annual ridership, which is estimated from served population, connectivity, area, characteristics, and more, would be approximately 465 million, and the construction cost, excluding the construction between 63rd Street and 96th Street, which already exists, would be 9.42 billion, which is estimated for mode type, grade, country, and more. I would also like to say that this factors in casual New York City transit enthusiasts' video and proposal on branching the T-line along Alphabet City on Avenue B instead of continuing down 2nd Avenue and then eventually Chrissy Street. But we can think bigger. By designing the future phases with the 4-track system, we can introduce express service along 2nd Avenue. Imagine skipping several stops on your way from Brooklyn to Midtown, cutting travel time and making the system more efficient for long-distance riders. From Hoyt-Schermerhorn Street, the line could continue down Fulton Street with the A and C trains and potentially branch off before or after Utica Avenue, providing as a Utica Avenue subway link. If it's not utilized as a Utica Avenue subway link, the side tracks can be built with the new tunnel, which can provide service along Smith Street or Court Street, which provides service to neighborhoods like Cobble Hill, Carroll Gardens, and beyond. Potential stops for this could include Bergen Street for local connections, Red Hook bringing subway to this isolated neighborhood, and a continuation down to the areas like Flatlands or even Marine Park can open new transit options for these areas long underserved. All of these spur lines, in some way, shape, or form, would connect to more underserved transit deserts. The Utica Avenue line would connect to this part of eastern Brooklyn, which has not much transit access besides buses, and Red Hook and the Smith Street area after the F&G trains branch off down 9th Street and towards the Culver line is also a fairly large transit desert too. A lot of these neighborhoods are widely underserved, and I think subway service to these underserved neighborhoods will improve people's quality of life. Okay, yeah, that was a good take. To make this vision a reality, future phases must focus on more modest, functional station designs. Phase 1's overbuilt stations were impressive, but costly, slow in construction and ballooning the budget. By adopting smaller station footprints while meeting ADA requirements, we can deliver expansion faster and more affordably. Stations that I would use to describe what I'm thinking would be stations along the original IRT line. For example, 66th Street Lincoln Center, it still has a connection, it still has an underpass connection, as well as ADA accessibility, and it's very simple. Extending the 2nd Avenue line into Brooklyn through Court Street and Hoyt-Schermerhorn would revive historical infrastructure, which would save time on the construction and money and resources, ease congestion on overburdened lines like the 4, 5, and 8 trains, improve equity by providing faster and more reliable transit to underserved neighborhoods in Brooklyn, and more. By building smarter, using existing assets like Court Street, and planning for express service, the 2nd Avenue subway can transform how we travel between Manhattan and Brooklyn. Let's think big, act wisely, and make this vision a reality. Thank you.